What is up everyone, I am Demon Cringe, and before I start this video, I just want to say, this is my very first cartoon video of my planned content change and all that, so I know it's not going to be perfect, be sure to tell me any criticisms and stuff I can do to better it in the future. I'm still brainstorming about how I'm going to go about this. So with that being said, today I'm going to be talking about how Cartoon Network learned nothing, or at least it appears that they've learned nothing from their Renaissance era. So the year 2010 was basically the beginning of a new era for Cartoon Network, an era when the network finally moved away from shows that were basically just pointless, watered-down comedies with pretty bad animation and basically no substance or creativity. The very first show that brought actual change to Cartoon Network was, of course, Adventure Time, and the funny thing about Adventure Time is, it was actually first offered to Nickelodeon. It was actually offered as a choice, a choice between either Adventure Time or, Fanboy and Chum Chum, and we all know how that show ended up. And a very short time after that, Nickelodeon realized how much of a mistake they actually committed because, Adventure Time then started airing on Cartoon Network, and it had a huge amount of instant success. And with that show, the 2010s was marked as the Cartoon Network Renaissance era. Now, Adventure Time was a truly honestly refreshing show. It was really vibrant and creative, unlike the garbage they used to air during the mid and late 2000s, like My Gym Partner's a Monkey, a show that pretty much had no effort put into it, with its unlikable characters, horrible writing, forced humor, and shortly after the debut of Adventure Time, they started airing great shows such as The Amazing World of Gumball, which had a refreshing style of 2D and mixed with 3D CGI, which was really just awesome in my opinion, and of course Regular Show, which pretty much came out at exactly the right time because the whole 80s nostalgia thing was just starting to pretty much infect every single orifice. But even with this huge improvement in quality, CN practically learned nothing, and it's pretty obvious with what happened with the finale of Regular Show. And now what I mean by that is the Regular Show finale wasn't given any respect at all. Now instead of giving the finale a special spot on the schedule and marathoning basically all the best episodes from the show to hype people up for the big finale like a finale episode is supposed to be aired, it was instead shoveled in with garbage like Teen Titans Go of all things, yeah. And if that's not bad enough, they aired the episode on a Monday when, pretty much most of the channel's target demographic is, unavailable to watch the damn thing, so a good move on the executive's part. So, with decisions like this, it's pretty much true what people are saying, that CN really in fact does hate their shows, and this kind of reminds me of what they did with Time Squad. Like, CN really did hate Time Squad, and they just wanted to get rid of it as quick as possible. This is pretty much what's happening with Regular Show. They basically just throw away all the shows that made their network great again to advertise the bad ones. The very reason as to why Teen Titans Go is the most popular show on Cartoon Network currently is not because of the quality of the show, it's because of the constant advertisement and shoving it down everyone's throats. But it's not just the advertisement, it's also the fact that Teen Titans Go has the most spots on the broadcast schedule compared to the other shows, which basically guarantees it will get the most amount of viewership, because unlike an older teen or adult who would change the channel or turn the TV off when they see one or two bad episodes of a crappy show, a kid will basically just keep watching. Now, of course, it does actually make sense that Cartoon Network wants to promote the shows that make them the most money, because, that's the point of a company, it's to make more money. But at what cost? Like, reducing the quality of your programming means that creators who are really passionate about their work will be overshadowed by the ones that can quickly churn out uncreative junk for a cheap cash-in, which was the exact same thing that happened during the mid-2000s, because if you recall, during that period, there were so many cartoons that, they were basically amateur quality at best, and the episodes were just so quickly made with barely any effort. It's like, obviously, cartoons like Steven Universe, for example, they take longer to make. But that does actually pay off in the long run, because, one, it has quality and it'll be remembered for a long time, and of course people will like your network a lot more if you actually air quality programming. Although there is still hope that good shows will come along eventually. For example, We Bare Bears is a pretty recent cartoon, which is pretty much instantly lovable with its simple setting of bears living like humans, and it is one of those rare extremely rare shows that actually do pop in internet cultural references the right way, unlike the Powerpuff Girls 2016 with their Frankenstein versions of old memes. Now what about the new shows coming to CN, you ask? Well, on the one hand, you have a show called Summer Camp Island that has been confirmed for a release, but I don't know. I know that you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but this show just looks like it's garnered towards a much younger audience than the current shows that are out today. I don't know, this might just be me. And on the other hand, you actually have a pilot episode called Infinity Train, which honestly looks more appealing, and it did actually appear on the Cartoon Network YouTube channel, but even though it did appear, we really don't have any news of it being confirmed to air, and we really don't know if the network actually gave it any more attention besides putting it on the YouTube channel. But I don't know, we might probably see it in the future. Like, I personally like to be optimistic. This may just be a temporary slump of bad shows for CN, or they might actually be heading towards another dark age, or at least another huge dry spell. So we'll basically just have to wait and hope that the executives aren't as brain dead as they were in the mid-2000s. So that's about it, everyone. Be sure to tell me your opinion on this situation in the comments down below. Do you really think Cartoon Network learned nothing from their Renaissance era, or do you think this is just a temporary slump? And of course, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and press the little bell icon, and as always, I'm Demon Cringe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.